Tonight, we've all heard some foreclosure horror stories, but we've never heard a story like this. An Athens County woman says a bank foreclosed on her house, even though it's not her bank, and now she wants that bank to pay up.
I'm angry about it. I'm very angry.
Sitting on the steps of her house in MacArthur, Katie Barnett has a lot to be angry about.
Come to the house and, go to put my key in the lock and it doesn't work.
She crawled through the window to find her house had been ransacked, most everything gone.
When I found it, it was in the middle of this floor, knocked over with the leg broken off. We had a 7-piece patio set out here. All of that's gone. This was all full of high-performance Toyota engines.
She called the MacArthur police, and weeks later, the chief announced, case closed.
He told me that he found out it was the First National Bank in Wellston. They repossessed my house on accident, thinking it was the house across the street.
Let that sink in for just a second. Turns out the bank sent a repo man to 509, but inexplicably, he broke into 514 instead. How could it happen?
They told me that the GPS led them to my house. My grass hadn't been mowed, and they just assumed.
When we plugged the address of the real foreclosure home into our GPS, it took us right to it.
Arriving at destination on left.
Katie says the bank president told her it's the first time something like this has happened. But when she presented him with an $18,000 estimate to replace everything,
he got very firm with me and said, "We are not paying you retail. That's just the way it is." Well, I'm sorry. I'm not running a yard sale here. I did not tell them to come in my house and make me an offer. They took my stuff and I want it back.
She feels like she's responsible for a foreclosure that's not even hers. Years of belongings and memories thrown out in the trash.
Now I'm just angry. It wouldn't have been a big deal if they would step up and say, "I'm sorry, we will replace your stuff." Instead, I'm getting attitude from them. They're sarcastic when they talk to me. They make it sound like I am trying to rip the bank off, and all I want is my stuff back.
Now, we asked the bank for an interview, but no one would go on camera. But a vice president told us the bank is trying to come to terms with Katie, and they hope to have things resolved very soon.